G'day, it's Brak here, having a few little wind issues. That's from the world, not me. And just trying to get a little intro in before the wind comes up and ruins the whole thing. Now, as you may recall, last year I did a review on this model, Odd Bruiser C from Gearguts, and I thought, he's painted, he's done, let's do a showcase. It's coming up next. Okay, and here he is. I haven't really made a name for him yet. I've got a name for him, but yeah, it will come, and hopefully it'll come by the time I do all the editing, and it may come across the screen. So let's have a little close look at him, and just take that away. No, I'll put that back. So I tried two things, or two techniques, on this this little beast, the Odd Boy Bruiser C, and one was to try to do some tribal tattoos, and they're in blue, and I also, the yellow on the arms was meant to represent war energy coming out from various spaces, like out from his fingers, and then I thought I'd go from various other parts of the body, but it didn't work, and it's there to remind me that I need to try a little bit better. I thought about covering it up, but it was going to just impeach on some of the other work that I'd done, and I think the old fuck it factor had set in, so it was time to put the model down. And yeah, so let's have a little look. So there's some more tattoos on his arm there, and then on the back, look, I was going to do the square, so that there's a square for the orcish symbol for the warp, but it wasn't working, so I went circular instead. I don't think it really matters. I actually quite like the circles. It has that sort of Celtic feel. Now let's have a little look at his head. So of course he's lost the top of his head there. The skull spot has fallen off due to warp energy. Oh, that's how I like to see it. So gave him a little bit of brains, and that was Morghast bone with a bit of Reekshade wash, and then a tiny little watered down bit of blood for the blood god there. So it has sort of, and some blood god around the edges there to sort of look like that that sort of the blood is congealing up. And very similar blood for the blood god technique on the where the hands or the arms meet the shackles. So I imagine that he's floating up there and been held down by the two little goblins, and there's been some chafing over time. And that's sort of how I imagine it. And that's him. Look, pleasure to paint. It was fun to paint. Great model. I would recommend, if you want a weird boy with a bit of a different flavour, why not try this guy? He'd be good. You can get him from various Gearguts stores. There'll be links below and all that sort of jazz. The ball. The ball was... So that was basically the blue steel that I've got, the base there. And then just a mixture of riser rust and typhus corrosion with a bit of Nuln oil in there, and then a little bit of silver, not silver, a little bit of that blue steel paint over there as well, just as a bit of dry brushing and a little bit of highlights as well. And so there he is. What do you think of him? Do you like him? Well, tell me what you like. What do you use weird boys? Do you have many? What's your favourite power? Put all the answers to those questions in the comments below. Let's have a chat. And until then, remember, if you are going crumping, you've got to bash early and bash often. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can show your appreciation by liking, sharing and subscribing. Also, please don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can catch all my latest videos. Due to the global Nurgle related circumstances, I'm currently doing this full time. I would really appreciate it if you could show your support by becoming a Patreon member. For as little as $3 US, you can help me with my hobby and filming equipment. If you feel you can't commit long term, then you can always buy me a coffee. The links will be below in the description.